In this video, we are going to see properties of logarithms. Okay, so suppose say you have a log of a product. You can expand it as a sum of two logs. If you have log of a quotient, you can expand it as the difference of two logs. If you have log of a power, the power can become the coefficient. Okay. We are going to use these three properties of logarithms to expand and condense. Okay. And also to evaluate. So for example, if the question is, can you find out what is this? Okay. So here you have sum of two logs with the same base, which means I can write it as a product of these two. So I'm condensing into one single logarithm. Sorry that I put 2 here. So I'm condensing it into one single logarithm, and I'm bringing this and this together because there was an original sum that becomes a product. Okay, so making it into a single log. So now this becomes 2 times 32 is 64. 64 can be rewritten as 4 to the power of 3. So then the answer is 3. Okay. Likewise, look at this example. Here I have a difference of two logs. I can combine it to write it as a quotient like so of a single log. This quotient can be simplified and rewritten. So the answer is 4. Okay. So this is how you can use the properties of logs to evaluate. Now let's see how to expand and condense. These are very important to know because has a lot of applications. So suppose say I have something like this. This can be expanded as follows. So here you have a product. So I expand it as sum of two logs. Then the power becomes a coefficient. So this is the same logarithm in the expanded form. Okay. So we can look at examples which are a little bit more. So I have a quotient here. So first I write it like so. Then this itself is a product. So that can be further expanded. And then the powers can be brought down as coefficients. Okay, so that is how you will expand. One more example. Let's find one with the radical this time. So this is going to become so I can rewrite this as 2x to the power of 1/2. Okay. So then what do I have? I have minus 1/2 log base a of 2x. Okay. Then this power can become a coefficient. But remember, be careful. Log a 2x is a product, so I can expand it as a sum. But you have to be mindful that the negative half applies to both. So when you distribute it, be careful. And that will be your final answer. So now we are going to condense, meaning we are going to make a single log out of multiple logs. Condense or combine. So let's say you have something like this. My goal is to write a single log. Okay. So I do my steps in reverse. Okay. First, I take the coefficient and put it as a power, because x plus 1 to the power of 1/2 is square root of x plus 1. Then I can combine the sum into a product. And this will be the final answer in the one single log format. Okay, again, let's do it step by step. This is ln s cubed plus ln square root of t minus ln t squared plus 1 to the power of 4. So when I combine it all, anything which has a positive coefficient goes in the numerator, anything which has a negative coefficient goes in the denominator, and I write the log only one time. Okay, and that is how you condense logarithms.